frustrated with this front office. You guys lived it. Maybe I get overly frustrated for no reason.
Hey, I would do this, man. You got a stud quarterback. You got to accommodate him before his mind starts to shift elsewhere. So if I was in the front office, I would be doing everything in my power to get that man to pieces, to get him to the Super Bowl and win it. And then on top of that, man, what is the ultimate goal when you play football? It is to go a championship and winning the Super Bowl. That should be on every team's mind. Winning a Super Bowl, or it's a bust. So I'm not in the front office. I don't know.
I mean, first you're last.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
But you guys dealt with these negotiations firsthand.
Well, and see, that's my thing. So with that being said, I feel like you don't know what they're thinking, because you can have a conversation with them and a lot of the right things will be said, but the results don't really match up with what was maybe said in a meeting. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll go get this guy. Yeah, we'll get a new stadium. Yeah, we'll get a new facility. Okay, yeah, you've got that, but at some point the winning needs to pick up. So that's why I feel like you don't know what they want. I mean, are they happy with, getting paid the same amount as the rest of the other owners, or, you don't know, because, I mean, at the end of the day, people are still coming to the game.
Yeah.
So what normally causes change? When people stop coming to the games, voices start being heard. Changes can start being made. Okay, these guys, they're not coming. We're not selling these PSLs. We better start looking at it from a different perspective. But again, as I said in the beginning, you don't know what they're thinking. So you don't even know. I mean, the obvious question now is like, what's taking, Trey Henderson so long to get signed?
Yep. That's part of, that's my thinking here, Carl, is with Trey. Like with Trey specifically, you guys went through tough negotiations with them. Do you feel maybe you were promised things, and if you go have this performance, we got you? Because that's kind of what Trey has said. Did you guys, either one of you, experience something similar?
Well,
and then
I'm not sure what Corey went through, but
flipping hamburgers.
Right. As long as nobody's gonna hear this, I'm gonna tell you what happened with my situation. I got hurt in '97. I came back in '98, and before the season, I met with management, Mike Brown, and he, said, "Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to bring free agents in. We're going to do this." So I signed the deal. I signed the deal, 4-year deal, and on the premise that he was going to live up to his end of the bargain, bring in guys, make the team better. So I signed that deal. At the end of the season, it didn't happen. Went back into the office, and this will be the first time I say this. I just said, Mike, listen, it didn't happen like you said. I'm done. You can cut me, trade me, do what you got to do. I won't be back. And he looked at me and he said, "Yeah, Carl, you'll be back." And I was like, "No, Mike, I can't do this again." And then the last game of the season, that Friday night, I was I was at home, and my neighbor, I told my mom, I said, "Dad, I won't be back. I can't do this." So my neighbor, he's like, "Hey, Carl, listen, if you're not pick, he called me pick. If you're not coming back, man, I want that jersey." I said, "Okay, you can have it." So end of the game. I knew. Well, number one, we had lost the coin toss, so I knew we weren't going to win the game. So we lost the coin toss. So I'm thinking, all right, well, this is it. So the game is We lost. I took my jersey off, walked over, gave it to my neighbor. I said, "Here you go. I'm done." Ran into the locker room, got cleaned up, and I left. About that was in December, like January, February, around March or so, before the draft. I was at a driving range up there, and the guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, Carl, how you doing? You know, just small talk." I said, I'm okay. He's like, I heard you guys are going to draft Peter Warrick. I was like, "Oh shit, I guess I am done if they're going to draft Peter Warrick." So yeah, they drafted Peter, and that was it, man. I mean, I felt like I signed the deal thinking that some changes was going to be made. It didn't happen, and my dad always taught me, if you tell a man you're going to do something, you got to do it, whether it's good or bad. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen, and no hard feelings, and it's always a situation, when it gets to that point, you always hear, well, it's a business. Yeah, it's a business. So I feel like I made a, business decision. So I wasn't disappointed. It just didn't work out the way, it was supposed to for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I've heard about Carson, too, when he left. That he was made promises a couple years in a row.
Yeah.
That just weren't filled. So he, like you said, he just said, I'm done.
I think it's so easy for fans, Chop, to say, like, fuck that player. He don't care. He's making millions.
Exactly.
Do their fucking job. Like,
That's
all this bullshit, right? And it's farthest from the truth. You guys want to win more than anybody else. You're the ones putting in all the work, the time, the effort. And that's why I start to get mad. Like, I feel like I'm on the player's side since I've been doing this show, because I talk to people like you guys, and I'm like, it could be farthest from the truth that these guys don't care. They care so fucking much that they're willing to say, fuck it, I'll walk away from some money if I have to.
That's what happened to me. Yeah, my base salary, I mean it's pennies now, but my base salary that next season was going to be $3.5 million. I just got a big bonus and everything. I'm like, I don't want it. I can't do it, man. I can't.
It wears on you after a while.
Yeah, I just felt like you can't pay me enough. I just it wasn't about the money, man.
Yeah.
And everybody, the winning cures everything. Everybody wants to be associated with the winner. So how do you walk around town? Yeah, we're 3-13, we're 7-9. I mean, it's just not. I'm a competitor, man. I like to compete, and I just, the winning aspect of it is what just drives me to compete. And when you can't do it, and it's just I know it's changed since 20 years ago, but it was a bad spot to be in, man. It really was.
Yeah, Carl and Corey, I want to add on to this.
I want to let Corey go on to that. What he's dealt with in his negotiation.
This is the history of the negotiations. They're gonna string you out into the very last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have never seen the organization on good faith re-up somebody early. That's never
They
been.
don't do it.
That's never been the case.
Nope.
So this thing with Trey, right? Everybody know this dude is a fucking stud. Like this is the guy. Like, what's there really to negotiate about? And on the flip side of that, like, yeah, we got the offense locked down, but we don't really fucking know about the defense.
Yeah.
And he's all you got.
That dude is the anchor for the defense.
Well, and they're doing it to Samar Stewart, the rookie, right now too.
Yeah.
Man, that rookie ain't gonna do better than him. Fuck that, man. Let's keep.
No,
but he's not practicing.
Where you gonna get 17?
He's not practicing.
Yeah, he's not practicing because there's something in his contract.
Right.
Go ahead, Dale.
Well, you gonna manufacture? You gonna take your chance on a rookie to produce what Trey produced?
That's
That's
But
crazy.
he's not practicing because the Bengals are trying to set a precedent with the way they do the contract. That he has like, nope, this is just what I read. I don't know the details, obviously, but you try to learn as much as you can about this stuff. it sounds like the Bengals are trying to set a new precedent. He's not getting what Mims got last year, and like he has no protection. Like if he's not doing his job in 3 years, he's fucked. And this is a rookie contract. They're trying to put in some language in the contract, and like his agent and all these people caught it.
Trying to make sure it's not guaranteed.
Yeah. Right, but this is wording like so. I did watch Anthony and John yesterday, and John was explaining it, John Sheeran. But the wording in the contract is that they can void the contract years down the road for different things, and this is the first time they're trying to do it. But it's not uncommon in the NFL. They said, as a matter of fact, the Eagles have the same thing in place for their rookies. It's just that the Bengals haven't done it. And this year is a horrible time to try to do it because Mims was picked at 18 last year and they didn't start it. And now they're trying to start it this year with a guy who was picked before 18.
And we need help on the defense. So we need Stewart to come in and actually play.
I mean, he should practice anyway. I mean, every other rookie is practicing. The practice doesn't matter with the contract because you still have that guarantee that if you get hurt, you still get paid.
All right, but we'll get off the Bengals.
What kind of message are you sending to your players? Like,
right. Anybody ever seen Mike Brown naked? Because this motherfucker loves a dick measuring contest, doesn't he?
Hey, listen,
I'm serious.
Thank God, no.
I just thought of something, and I haven't thought of it. I didn't just think of it, but my thing is this: what would happen? It has to be hypothetically. What would happen if the Bengals hired a former player that's been through training camp, that's played 10 or 12 years in the league, that knows the mindset of a former player to help these guys bridge some of these gaps between management and player?
Right.
Because right now you have management and player. So there's no go-between to say, hey, listen, Mike Brown, I've been there. I've done this. Here's what these guys need. We're not asking for anything out of the ordinary. We're just asking for pretty much the same thing as all the other guys are getting. So here's what needs to happen from a player standpoint. Yeah, the money would be good, but the morale would go up. The confidence would go up. The culture would change. Everybody would be more ready, would be more enthusiastic about coming to Cincinnati, about going to training camp, wanting to do their best, wanting to reach their goals. Right. It's just like Corey attested this, game recognized game.
Exactly.
So I can look at a receiver and say, yeah, this dude can play. He may not run a 4.2. He may not bench press, 225, 40 times, but this dude can play. Why? How do I know that? Because I know what a damn receiver looks like.
Right.
Same way with Corey. So you take a former guy that can go to some of these combines and just talk to these dudes and see where their head is. Yeah, man, I want to play. I ain't really that fast, but I can make plays. Shit, that's me. I've got football speed. I'm not going to run a blazing 40, but I can get open. So I can see that in another guy. So if you take this to management and say, hey, guys, look what's happening out there in San Francisco. John Lynch is building a team because he played. He's been there. He knows that. So if they had a go-between, somebody that can bridge this gap between management and player, you could start right there. I mean, I was there 8 years. I never spoke to Katie or Mike or, they just stayed away. I mean,
you never went on the golf cart? You never went on the golf cart with Mike?
No, I tried to. No, I mean, we tried to steal it one time at training camp, but I've never been on it with him.
Corey and Carl, I got a question for each of you. Corey, you were talking about Joe Burrow and all that. Right. We know the quarterback's not the general manager, but we also know the quarterback can easily say, get me the heck out of here if something's not working. I mean, Joe Burrow, my worry is this. He's going to come in one day. He's like, look, I don't know what to say anymore. This is not working out. I mean, I hope that never happens. But if I'm Mike Brown and I got Joe Burrow coming to my office saying, I need Jamar sign, I need T sign, I need Trey sign, I just shut up and go do it. Am I wrong to say that?
Man, you're not wrong to say that because that's the truth. Like if your ultimate goal is winning a Super Bowl, man, you find a way to retain your best players.
Yes.
So.
Well, to be honest, the Bengals have done that except for Trey.
with Trey hanging out
No,
there,
they
man,
haven't.
I don't know
When?
what to do with
Just
this.
this.
Guarantee.
I came on the show, and I told you guys this, like, I would say about 5 or 6 months ago. There's a lot. Hey, somebody's going to be a casualty in these negotiations, man.
Yeah.
And I hate for it to be Trey. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you guys got they got to find a way to re-sign him.
Mm-hmm.
Period. There's no ifs, ands, or but about it, man. They gotta find a way to get him signed and get him in camp and get him ready to go. Other than that, man, like, what are you banking on? Like,
You're right.
this is what to be young.
Yeah, the only thing I've heard about the contract is they've offered $28 million, but I think it's the years. Like it might be $20 million for 1 or 2 years, and Trey might want more. That's just what I've heard. I have no idea. That's just stuff I read.
Well, the Bengals are known for not guaranteeing money either. It's always about
a
guaranteeing money.
multi-billion-dollar organization, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like,
What's the if your ultimate goal is to win a fucking Super Bowl?
Yep.
Wouldn't you fucking go all out and try to?
We would hope
When you
so.
got a Joe Burrow, when you got
CD,
these guys, that's what I've been begging for 3 years.
This is what I'm saying, guys. If you had a former player, you would say, "Hey, listen, Mike, Kansas City got exposed last year. Okay, I'm a former player. I watched them get exposed. Hey, Mike, we've got a good shot now. We need some defense. We've got the offense set. We've got a good shot. Work this freaking contract out, man, because we may not be this close next year. You know, we may not. Now is the time. That window is closing.
Window or opportunity of winning a fucking Super Bowl is so fucking small.
right.
Yep.
It is
Then
it's hit and miss. This is their window.
Yeah.
This is the window. And shit, KC got exposed. In my mind, I think their window's closed.
Oh,
Everybody's
me too.
caught up to what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
So the AFC is so wide open. This is a time for the Bengals to seize the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and you're
it's not
right, Carl. And that position,
They're star players, man.
Mm-hmm.
the position you're talking about can be called the bunkle, the Bengals' uncle. You could be
Yeah.
the between.
Yeah, because you got to be
Something's
family. You
gotta
got to be
happen, man.
family to get
Right.
a job in that front office, pretty much.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Something's got to give. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of former players with a lot of knowledge and experience and know what the hell they're talking about, man. And
Oh, for sure. You guys know more than anybody.
I don't give a damn if I ain't spoke to Carl in 20 years. We all will get on here and be on the same page about what needs to be done.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't get why they don't receive information. You know what I mean? Like from former players or why is it so divided? Like it's front office and then you guys are just players and we're not gonna listen. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Well,
But if I
this part,
was running a team, hell yeah, I want input from former players on how to make it's making the brand better. This is your brand.
You want input
Don't
from
you want to make
players,
it better?
fans, other owners, whoever. All the
Yeah.
input, any information you could gather is good.
more scouts for the draft process because you got more people on campus. You got everything. Like, but you know, they don't want to always do that. Question is, as Robert says, Robert, your golf buddy in California, Corey,
Yeah.
does the
What up,
team even
Rob?
want to hear that though? Does the team? No, they don't. They live in a bubble, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey man, to win a fucking championship, get the fuck out the bubble.
Boom.
Yes, I want to burst your fucking bubble.
Man, who's the bubble nowadays, man? Fuck that, man. You trying to win.
Jeff's north of 50 now. The motherfucker's gonna die. Let us get a Super Bowl.
Oh, not north. At 50. North to be
That's
51.
north.
Not
Jeff,
that old
your
yet. All right?
birthday was yesterday. You're still north.
Hey, man,
Corey and Carl, they're north of 50. Not me.
fucking introvert in football as an owner, man. What the fuck you doing, man? This is you're head of 53 fucking athletes,
Yeah.
a front office, and you want to be an introvert, man? That shit don't work. You gotta be able to talk to people,
Yes.
learn, receive information, and
Mhm.
put that shit put it to use. Being closed off and just walking around like, I got this shit under control. That shit don't work no more. It's never worked.
Well, it sounds like communication is always an issue as well. Like the lack of communication from all the front office people to the players, and that's Trey Henderson, Carl. It sounds like that was part of what you dealt with. You know, we had one conversation, then it didn't happen. Then you don't expect me to be pissed off when we didn't do well the next year. Like what the hell? The lack of communication is baffling to me.
Mm-hmm. You have to listen to your employees. It's that simple. I mean, it's a two-way street. I mean, you know, if you're going out there still putting up the numbers, I mean, I don't know that, you know, Trey's numbers slacked off as to why, you know, is that the reason they're not paying him? I don't know. But, you know,
matter of fact,
sack leader, defensive player of the year.
2 years, 17 and a half sacks in a row.
So where are you going to get the 17 and a half sacks this year if he doesn't play?
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Miles Murphy.
Yeah, they told him, okay, if you have one more year of 17 sacks, we'll do something. And that's where Trey's like, okay, I had another year of 17 sacks. And they're still like, I mean, come on. Just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they know what they're doing. I don't. I'm not smart enough to figure out.
I didn't think this episode, we're supposed to be the fun show. So, all right. Enough of that. Enough of that, because we could do this all day. We could yell about the front office every day, all day. And some people
hey, for the record, I say shit bad, man.
Hey, Carl, you said you could only give us a half an hour. You still good to go for more?
What's the day? Friday?
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Friday.
I gotta be there at 6. Yeah, I came up early, so I'm good.
I gotta go. I can't see.
All right, Jeff.
I
brother.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Jeffrey.
Hey, soft eye Jeff. See you.
Hey, Corey.
You weirdo. Get the hell. Fucking dude is crazy.
It's not right.
So, Carl, you played defense and offense. I'll be honest. I didn't know this. You know, I didn't know this till I was doing a little research and return kicks as a redshirt freshman at Tennessee.
Yes.
Number one, incredible. You played defense. You won like the bowl game. You were the defensive MVP. You're a wide receiver. Incredible. But Travis Hunter, so to like more recent. What are your thoughts on his season winning the Heisman, being a two-way player, but also what the hell is he going to do in the NFL? I think he's a corner in the NFL. I think that's the way he should focus on that. But wide receiver makes a lot of money, especially nowadays. And do you think, how much could he play both ways in the NFL?
Me personally, I think there's a lot of guys that can do it. I don't know that it's smart. I think you should just focus on one side of the ball.
Right.
I saw a couple of games of him playing defense. I don't know. I think his bread and butter may be on the offense, running routes, catching balls where he's comfortable. But you know, you're going to have your hands full trying to guard some of these professional wide receivers, man, that have been running routes since they were, 10, 11 years old, and it's a different game, man. Yeah, you always hear it's faster. Yeah, it is. And it's more physical, and there's a lot more that you've got to take into consideration. If he wants, I don't see it. I mean, I don't know the kid. I'm sure he's a good kid and everything, but
good guy.
I'm sure he's a great guy, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how bad he wants it. I don't know if he's just trying to prove something. I mean, I'm sure Jacksonville has some cornerbacks and free safeties that he's. So I don't know if he wants to start on offense and defense, or just he wants to come in every now and then.
What he had said is he wants to play both ways, like basically full time, and I think that's absolutely crazy to even consider.
Listen, physically, he's not that dude. You know what I mean? That's gonna be really, really hard to do.
In the NFL, especially.
In the NFL. So say, for instance, he's playing corner, and he's matched up against the cheetah. That's his ass.
It's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Hey,
Not gonna
Corey,
happen.
I hope he plays corner against Jamar against the Bengals. I hope he goes.
It won't
up
happen.
against Jamar.
You chicken.
Because he hasn't seen that caliber of receiver. I mean, they played Kansas. I mean, they played the conference. I was in a pretty good conversation with a buddy of mine. I'm like, yeah, he won the Heisman, and that's great. Shador threw all of these yards and stuff, but like, look who he was throwing against. I mean, it's no fun to go against this. I mean, not for me. I mean, I want to go against some competition. I want to measure my skills. I don't want to run a route knowing that I can beat you, can't cover me. There's no fun in that. I want some resistance. If you're playing against scrubs every week, yeah, your numbers. I mean, I would have had 2,000 catches, but it's just
Right.
the league is a different group,
Uh-oh.
man.
This is where he needs the goddamn bunkle.
But
He
this
needs a goddamn person that
This
played
is-
the league to tell him, like, look, man, this is you being immature and not realizing where you are. And you know what? If these motherfuckers I'm going to work for ain't giving me 2 checks, I'm not doing 2 jobs. That's
Hey,
ridiculous. You're shortening your span. They're not going to pay him extra because he's out there. They're not
exactly.
going to be like, we're going to give you top corner pay plus top wide receiver pay on his after his rookie contract.
The best case scenario is this: he spot played the other position. Like I can see him playing receiver, and then it's in certain defense packages they mix him in at corner or something like that. But both ways full time, I can't see that.
But Corey,
That's
look
why
at
I
it like
think it would
this,
be
though.
easier for him to be a full-time corner and do that on
Right.
the offensive side and get some wide receiver snaps and third downs or big moments of the game.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, they have corners already. If they wanted a corner, they would have drafted a corner.
Right.
Well, it
So-
seems like they took him for the receiver spot.
I
So
think
far.
so. I mean, that's where
See, I
he's.
feel the opposite, but
I also think that he should play corner and then just like sprinkle in a few packages. I don't know how you sprinkle in a few packages for a guy that wants to play corner like 5 plays a game. But
Yeah.
But is he better than their corners, though?
but 5 plays a game as a receiver, that's easy to sprinkle in.
Yeah, I mean, you can play DB like at the end of the game, and you try to knock the ball down, or
yeah.
the corner, the starting guy gets hurt, you go out there for 1 or 2 plays, but
Yeah.
On a more consistent basis, I mean, unless I don't see it, man. I mean,
Man.
Well, how
I
hard
don't.
was that for
I
you
was-
at Tennessee, Carl? Like
I had to do it because I wasn't getting any time on offense. So
Okay.
the guys ahead of me were
Right.
Got-
juniors and
okay.
seniors. So I didn't have to, but that's only where I could get some time.
So you weren't doing both like that. You were
No.
you did defense while being a spot receiver because you couldn't get time behind the other guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I started the last 5 games on defense, and during that last 6 weeks, including the bowl game, I may have gotten 5 snaps on offense.
Got
Yeah,
you.
so I wasn't going both ways.
That's exactly what you're talking about. You're educating us. See, you exactly played the position that we're talking about, playing corner or defense, and then going out there a few plays as a wide receiver.
Yeah,
That's why I had the question, Chop. God
Boom.
damn it. Fuck. You think I don't do my research? Fuck.
yeah,
Good question, a good answer.
yeah.
Well, Carl, Travis Hunter's coach, Dion, did you ever go up against Dion?
I did.
What was it like going up against Dion?
He's a pussy.
No, he's here's the thing about Dion, and I say this a lot. Number one, I know I'm not gonna outrun him. Okay, I've got that. But that doesn't mean you still can't throw the ball in my direction. Okay.
Right.
I'm 7'1" high jumper in high school. I knew I could out jump him. Now the only advantage was I'm not gonna outrun him, so why try? So if I could get Blake, just throw it up, man. Yeah, I don't have to be. I didn't have to be wide open to catch the ball.
Right.
So that's how I approached it. No, can he jam? Yeah. Does he run his mouth? No, never said a word. But at the end of the day, team, it was more of his reputation. Dion didn't care too much about tackling. All he wanted to do was just intercept. And Jerry Rice would light him up. I think Jerry got the best of him a lot of times. There's other receivers that can get open, but and make plays. But he was a hell of a corner. Don't get me wrong. But his reputation preceded him. Oh, that's Dion, so we're not going to throw it over there. Well, why not? You know, I mean, our receiver coach taught us my first 3 years, if you can't catch it, make sure that he can't catch it. Make sure the DB can't get it.
Right.
So that's what we were taught to do. So just not throwing it to his side because he's over there, I'm not gonna deal with that, man. Still freaking throw it, man. I'll guarantee you, if I don't get it, he won't get it.
All right,
that's the approach I took.
Corey, I'm gonna ask you one. This is a fun one here. I'm gonna start with you, and then I'll let Carl respond. Now, you were a guy you were drafted in baseball, correct?
Correct.
You were that guy in baseball.
Oh, really?
And
yeah.
Carl Pickens averaged 27 points per game in high school, and had some
In
interest
baseball?
In basketball.
Man.
In basketball, 27 points per game in basketball, and was recruited to play some basketball. Maybe could have done that. So who would give the other more work if it's an all-around competition, football, baseball, basketball, like those shows they used to have back in the day? Who's winning? Corey, I'll start with you. You got to go on the basketball court. You got to go on the baseball diamond. You got to go on the football field.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm a fucking athlete. I can play basketball too. So
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
See, this is
All right.
I'm not saying I will win. That ain't what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You gonna win 2 out of 3. You gonna win on the football field, baseball,
Hey,
basketball.
I would say this. I know Carl too. Man, we competitors, man. We gonna fucking compete. I'm not saying I'm gonna, but fuck it. I'm out there. I'm out there trying to. You know.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that. I would try to.
All right, what's your
Yeah.
basketball game then,
I'm
Corey?
gonna-
Before Carl responds, what's your basketball game like? Did you play some basketball in
He
school?
averaging 27. He gonna light my ass up. What you guys?
All right. So you weren't like that at basketball, but you played some basketball.
Yeah, I can play.
All right, Carl, we'll go with you then. And baseball. Did you play any baseball?
I did. I played a half a year of high school baseball. I played Little League all the way up to high school. But I played half a year of high school baseball because I got picked to play AAU basketball.
There you go.
So I quit baseball and I did that. But I was a pitcher and I played center field. But I knew baseball was not for me. So Corey would definitely win that one. The basketball, I was McDonald's All-American high school basketball.
Say no more.
Who recruited you? Like, where could you have went? Where could you have got scholarship for basketball?
It was small schools because I was pretty much the tallest guy on the team, but I was playing like power forward. So if I went to a college, I was like 6'1", 6'2". I'm not going to be – so I would have had to learn. I mean, I could handle the ball. I could shoot okay, but I couldn't like light it up, you know. But once you're the biggest dude on the team, I mean, you just kind of run over everybody. But the reason I was pretty good was because I went to a basketball camp every year in high school, fresh through all 4 years of high school. And I was just I was playing against college guys
Right.
in high school because some of the college guys from one of the local colleges, Western Carolina, they were dating some girls from a high school. So we would come back and play pickup games. So I was playing against college, talent in sophomore in high school. So that's how I got like better. But to go play in college, I was like, no, I didn't want to go sit on somebody's bench.
Got you.
Yeah.
So Corey's
like Rob
feeling a little
said-
better about his chances in basketball, I feel like, there.
Man, you
Well-
just told me Carl averaged 27 points. There, man, I ain't got a shot in hell, man. That's
I'm just trying to hype this up, Corey. Hey, we could do it for charity.
Yeah.
man. Listen here.
Hey, we can make it a shooting contest instead of a full game.
No,
That might work.
Yeah.
Let's run a basketball hoop for lot one.
As
Let's
long as
do
we
it.
don't have to move.
All right.
Yeah.
Basketball shooting, baseball, like a home run, like on a smaller field.
Right.
We can get Matt to pitch to him.
Yes.
Are you guys gonna have like an MLS truck down there too when somebody?
You mean like an AED? I'm a nurse. I'm a
He's
nurse.
IV, a nurse.
Yeah, I'm a nurse,
Yeah.
Corey. What you want some mouth-to-mouth, bro? I got you.
I'm talking about a female. Fuck that, Chop. You ain't touching.
Come on, man.
Bro. Like, come on, man. Fuck that, man. Listen, come on. Man,
and then the tiebreaker.
Male nurses coming up now, Corey. Come on, bro.
If it comes to a tiebreaker, Robert said a round of golf.
Round of golf. There you go.
Carl,
who's the better golf?
Yeah,
I'm the best.
I struggle at golf. I tell you, that's the hardest sport I have ever tried to.
I hate that shit.
I can't do it. And I heard as soon as I started, oh, you're gonna be good. You got hand-eye coordination. I heard that it's not working out. I can't. I mean, and if I see a commercial right now, I'm sitting there watching TV. If I see a new Callaway driver, well, you've got to get this. It's the latest. I'll go get it. That won't work. Oh, well, hey, here's the new putter. Everybody, I'll go get that. Well, you've got to get these new shoes. You want to walk comfortable while you're playing. I'll go get the new shoes. None of
that shit ain't helping. It ain't helping.
Hey, man, I just told a guy. I was playing Wednesday, and I just told him, man, this is the hardest fucking sport I have.
It is.
Played.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
I can't figure it out. And
Man.
there's so much, like, don't hold your hand this way. Turn your head that way. Lift your ankle and turn it 90 degrees that way. Hold your elbow 75 degrees that way. Turn this right knee inside out. There's so much stuff. Flex your shoulder blade and stand on one leg. I mean, there's just so many things that you have to do that you hear. I'm like, man, I can't do it. I can't.
Hey, I would end the golf thing on this, man.
Oh, no doubt, you would. Yeah.
I don't care what type of golfer you are, but there's each round something ain't working. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Either you're hitting the driver well and your irons is fucked up,
yeah,
or you're hitting your driver and your irons well and you can't putt worth shit. So there's, at least me, I can never put all the shit together. Something's fucked up every round.
My problem is I'll play horrible for 16 holes. I'll play good for the last two. Okay, I've got it now. So then I want to go back. Then I'm back to losing the ball on number one, breaking the club on number two, forgetting my rangefinder on number three. I mean, it's just it's bad. It's bad. I can't do it.
Last time Greg went,
Carl, you've never seen me golf ever. I mean, you've never seen me golf ever. Corey, it was no better than last year. So last year, Corey was golfing right behind me. Corey tried to hit me with the ball. I said, Corey, come get me. And he almost hit me with the ball quite a few times.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Well,
right?
you were 100 yards away. I thought I wasn't going to touch you, but shit, I got lucky a couple times.
Hey, Greg hit a goose this last time at the Jackpot Joey golf event.
Man, I heard some things that were going on up there, man. I'm like some big time fucking boxing about to go down up there. Oh shit!
Well, you guys will both have to come in. I know Rob wants Carl to fly up to the West Coast.
No, hold on. Corey's talking about Pac-Man and Foxy and shit.
Oh my God!
Yeah. I wasn't there. You got to bring that up. I'm still in the background.
Man.
I'm just gonna run comments for a little bit. And let you
I don't want to bring that up, Dale. I don't even want to talk on it, man. What'd you hear, Corey?
Man, I heard somebody was about to get their ass whooped. That's what I heard.
Yeah, fucking Pac-Man came in there and went right at Foxy like, fuck that, man. I bet $100,000 your team can't beat me right now.
Whoa. Hey, man, I heard the score was kind of
It was 22 under par, Corey. You played that course.
Motherfuckers said they shot a 21 under. Like, motherfuckers.
22, I think.
Birdie and eagle almost every fucking hole.
Wow.
Now I don't see a foursome of Tiger Woods out in that motherfucker. I don't know.
I'll say this, man. Foxy's a great guy, and he's a good supporter of everything we do.
Well, hey, Foxy, whatever. Hey, bro, you ain't got a lot of kicking, brother. You ain't got a lot.
I know it.
21 under. That's a little.
That's a lot.
He said he's got a friend that can I mean, I guess he can drive it like Happy Gilmore, is what he said.
So Pork Chop, listen.
It's your
Okay.
friend Tiger Woods.
Yes, right. His name's Tiger Woods.
Okay. So when I come up there, I'm gonna come up there in July.
Ooh.
Yeah, for the bingo jam and that sort of thing. Is there anybody up there can give me a golf lesson? I'll
Not
bring my
me.
clubs.
Great.
I'll bring my
me.
clubs. Okay.
I don't know about a lesson, but I can definitely get a round set up with Matty Meyer. That dude loves to golf.
He does.
Who is that?
Matt,
Meyer.
he's the one that runs the Jackpot Joey golf tournament every year,
Okay.
raising money for Jackpot Joey's for
Bro,
Joe
you don't need no golf lessons, man. Just go to
I
the
do.
range, brother. Work that shit out.
I don't
Corey,
know
you got to
what
come in
practice.
July and do a round of golf with Carl and Matty.
Well, and it depends on what time in July. My ass will be somewhere in Italy.
July 26th.
July 19th, I thought it was.
Yeah, no, 19.
I might be back by then. I gotta check.
So, Corey, are you going to the bingo jam?
Jungle
When
Jam.
is it, man? Nobody tells me shit.
It's on the 19th.
You
of
remember
July.
last year you were going and didn't know it.
Oh, I was invited and I didn't.
They put you on the flyer, remember? But you were
June or
never
July?
going.
June
Well,
or
this
July.
time it's inside. Last year it was
July.
not as fun.
July.
Oh shit, man. Shit. Hey, I don't know. I know I'm out of here until at least in July to at least the 15th of July.
Hey, so Robert lives out. Hey, hold on,
15th, I'll be gone.
Corey. Is Robert a really good golfer? Like, I don't know.
Who, Banker?
And Corey ain't gonna say yes. It don't matter how good Robert does.
Rob's
He ain't
ass.
giving him that.
He said,
Rob ain't fuck with me. He knows.
Well, he said he'll be in town like Cincinnati from Cali in July.
Rob could play, and his ass used to play golf in fucking high school and shit. He think he's slick, but he act like he a sandbagger and shit. Like, nah, bro, you actually play golf. He got good technique. He could play, but
Well,
hey, man,
hey, Corey, you'll have to hook up Robert and Carl if Robert's going to be in town when Carl's going to be in town in Cincinnati, and they can go golf around.
yeah, man. Oh,
Right.
hey, bro. Hey, I know. I tell you this: every time me, Rob, get together and play some golf, it's always funny as hell. We always have a good time. So,
Yeah. I've been there.
absolutely,
Okay.
man.
But Carl, one thing I do know is I know my food places, and I have to take you to Midwest. Corey, can you vouch? Carl needs to go to Midwest Best Barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Hey,
I'm gonna make it a point. I'm definitely going.
amazing food. I vouch for that.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm going.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
man. I'll hit you up, Carl. You name a time, and we'll meet there, buddy. And because Tim and Nicole, awesome owners, they always look nice as could be, and all that. And you got to get the donator wings, though. The donator.
Okay.
And listen, Savage, man. Put some barbecue on that shit, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Man.
But yeah, no, Carl. Yeah, I might actually be going to the event, so I'll see you there. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram. I will definitely meet you up there. It's such an awesome.
Okay.
place.
All right. I'm gonna do it.
Invite me this year. Tell them fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't get no fucking invite, so I don't.
Probably because you vetoed last year and you were on the flyer,
Yeah,
Corey.
last
Shit,
year they
you were on the
invited you,
flyer.
put you on the flyer, and you told them nope.
Hey, last year's price is not this year's price, so I didn't get invited, so I don't even. Hey, man, I might be gone anyway, so I'm not even tripping.
Right.
No. Hey, I think it's good though. I think it is good what they do in the event, and I think having you guys on and stuff. And I could honestly listen to both of you guys talk Bengals literally nonstop.
Oh yeah.
The two of you,
Man,
just
it's a lot of
stories.
knowledge between me and Carl. You know what I mean? So we've
Is
been there.
there any stories from the few years you played together? Maybe some that you can say on air, like any good stories? Maybe after a win, like shit. One of our 3 wins, we went out. We had a good time as an offense or something.
Yeah, I remember after we had lost maybe 6 or 7 in a row, and we won the last game of the year. I think it was against Minnesota, so that put us at like maybe 4-12 or something. And I know that the receiver group and a couple of others, we took off running, screaming into the locker room, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. We were so happy, man, just to win a game, man. I mean, it was just like I said, if we could win the coin toss, we had a shot. And a lot of people don't know this. We would walk through that process, because we have to. I mean, at times we were some misfits, so we had to. Okay, if we win, we want the ball. Sometimes I'm not going to say who the team captains were, but sometimes we could screw that up, man. It was just a misfit show or something, but we had it was fun though, I'm telling you. But honestly, from 1 to 4 on Sundays, we couldn't be any more serious. Leading up to that, the morale, so we tell jokes, we pranks and stuff, but 1 to 4 on Sunday, I mean, locked in. And after that, after the game and stuff, guys go their separate ways, and you come back Wednesday and try it again. It was just a process. But like I said, it wasn't that we weren't trying. It just didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the effort was there.
It was there.
It was there. It was definitely there. But it just didn't happen. And you just you look back
is there
on
Dave
it now.
Shula's story? What is this? Is there a Dave Shula's story?
Dave, I don't know. Dave he was there for 3 years.
One.
I mean, the story. Let's see. I remember. I'm gonna say this was Corey. I know Corey. He came in '97, right?
Yeah, that was my time. Yeah.
Yeah. He came in. Corey came in '97, and I just remember Corey. Practicing, whenever he wanted to. Corey had his own, like old boy from the Steelers had his own office. Corey kind of had his own, he had the car, a car would come pick him up.
Oh, yeah.
I know
he had a golf cart. Mike got him a golf cart. You had a golf cart?
Yeah.
Corey?
Just like a goddamn pimp.
Car full of shit.
Listen, Corey, I remember this one time specifically. Well, more than once. We had to be on the field at a certain time to practice.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we were already starting practice.
Yeah, I was a little late.
Corey would, take his time. He would come out. He'd be putting his shoulder pads on. He could never get it hooked up until he actually got on the field. We receivers, we stand there and watch it. Here comes CD, he getting his shoulder pads, and his shirt was showing his abs. So it's like, dude, this dude is just taking his time. And Jim Anderson said, "Come on, CD," and he's just walking. But hey, he had it like that. But he did his own thing during the week. But again, he practiced hard.
There it is.
And Sunday, never lack of effort. Just when you get on the practice field, Corey, we'll be ready to go. So he took his time, but Corey came in with a chip on his shoulder.
Corey, what the hell were you doing? What the hell were you doing?
I was conserving energy because I know I have to be running around all fucking practice.
Yeah.
So I walked over. It was never a rush to it.
Yeah.
I walked over there, but when I actually got to practice in our practice, so
yeah, he did. We had a lot of fun. I mean, it was it was a good time, but the results weren't what we wanted them to be.
Exactly.
But for the most part, we realized early on, hey, we can't do anything about management. Let's just go out and play, have a good time, leave it out on the field, and let everything else take care of itself. But I don't know if I know Corey remembers this. I got into a fight on the team plane.
Oh.
Big Mel Matuten.
Was it about Corey being late to practice?
Right.
No, it was about It was about Melvin. He was our left tackle, and he was
you fought a left
That's a
tackle.
good person to pick.
Whoa, dang!
Yeah, Melvin, left tackle, 6'7", all this kind of stuff, and he's getting his butt handed to him in Houston, man. And I'm like, Melvin, come on, you got to pick it up, man. And for some reason, I was the team captain that game, so I'm like, Melvin, come on, man, you got to pick it up. And then he's getting mad at me, and I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be getting mad at defensive end.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're on the team plane, and well, before we got to the team plane, we're on the team bus, and I said, man, you play like a little bitch today, man. And you know, and he's like, you know, you shut up. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna beat your butt. I was like, man. So we get on the team plane, and I'm still hot. We're the team cap. I'm the team captain. So I walked by his seat. I was like, man, you played like a little bitch today. So then we got into a scuffle right by the bathroom, and I think Joe Walter and a couple of big linemen, pulled us apart, and
Pulled
I'll
you
never
off of him
forget-
because you whooping his ass.
No, we were just locked like that, holding each other.
Right.
But then Big Joe says, "Hey, Big, just leave him alone, man. You can't beat him up." And I was like, so I went on, took a leak, and I was just standing. I was like, damn, maybe I can't, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Dude.
So I came back
I
out.
love this.
I came back out, and he sat right there, and I said, "You still play like a little bitch, man." And then we just start going at it, man. And I was so hyped up, I cut my hand a little bit, like right there, and I had a chain and my suit on. I was like, damn, man, this feels pretty good. I want to go back again. So I started to go back, and then the guy separated us. And then once I calmed down and realized what I did, I'm like, damn, this is a big dude, man. I don't know.
Right.
So we got to the facility the next day. I brought my bat. I carried a baseball bat with me. I kept it in my car. I brought that in and set it right next to my locker in case he tried something. But we made up. It was cool, man. And I told Coach Coswell, I was like, Bruce, I don't want to be team captain anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I can't do
But
it. I'm
did you win the coin toss?
No, we lost.
Oh, fuck.
No, we lost.
But no, Carl,
Yeah.
one game I remember, first year I became a Bengals fan was 98 when you guys had Neil O'Donnell. You guys were playing Pittsburgh. Time was ticking. And
Yeah.
I'd never seen this ever happen ever again. They thought O'Donnell was going to spike the ball. He fake spikes it, throws you. Corey, you were on the team at the time too. He fake spikes it, throws you a game-winning pass to win the game. Was that all planned, or was that just like, just go out and do something?
No, I thought he was going to spike it too, because we're looking at each other, and Corey had just ran like 30, 40 yards, like back to back.
Right.
So I'm thinking, Bruce is saying, get to the line. So we're getting to the line. I'm looking at Neil, he's looking at me, and he faked it, but he didn't spike it. So I just took off, and it wasn't planned, but again, just making a play, man. I mean, just throw it up.
Was that Washington you snagged that shit over? I think it was.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Washington,
Pittsburgh.
right? The DB.
Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, Dwayne Washington. Yeah, I got it over him, and we had the same agent at the time, so I didn't know him personally, but I knew of him.
You were like, shit, I just cost him money. But
yeah, he was never the same after that.
What was your favorite catch? You got to have one catch was your favorite catch.
Well, it was probably in Jacksonville. It was raining, and Blake just threw it up. I was already in the end zone, and for this particular reason, I didn't try to go back and go up over the guys, and I just ran and got behind the guys. They tipped it, and I just caught it. I just caught a touchdown without. I was like, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, I can't jump. So I just ran and got behind them and threw it up, and they tipped it. And that was my third touchdown of that day. I remember telling their tight end, I think it was Ben. It was whoever their tight end was. I was talking to him before the game. I said, I'm going to get 3 today. And that catch was my third touchdown catch of that day. Yeah.
Speaking
Man.
of Jeff Blake, what was it like catching one of those long bombs? I mean, just watching highlights, Jeff Blake throwing those smooth long bombs. What was it like catching passes for him?
I loved it. You know, a lot of people underestimate Jeff's arm. He could throw the medium ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he could put it right where you wanted it, but his forte was that long. You know, they called it the moon ball, and he would just, you know, hey, go get it. You know, Jeff, like I said, he had other throws he can make, but for some reason, you know, that was his bread and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, boys, what a fucking show, man.
Listen, guys, I gotta give a shout out to my boy
I'm-
Fantasy Bankroll. I gotta give a shout out to Fantasy Bankroll. That's your boy CD, and I guess he said he knew you. Bankroll knew you. And
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to my boy Luther Clark, my music executive buddy up there at Sony, man.
Yeah.
That's my partner up there in New York. So he's doing his thing up there in the music biz, man. If anybody's wanting to, you know, get any information or do anything with Sony, you got to check my boy Luther Clark out.
All right.
Well, I will.
Hey man, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it on a good note. So if you guys ever get an opportunity to go back and watch the old
Yeah.
footage, like '97, little early '99, man, it's always me and Carl Pickens running to the end zone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's the shit I remember the most.
Mhm.
Man, my guy leading me to the zone. And there's one play against Jacksonville, man. I just seen this shit the other day, and I was like, Carl came across the field and cracked back on one of the DBs, lit his ass up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I almost scored. I think the fucker tripped me about at the 2 or 3.
No,
But-
you scored.
You know
scored.
what I'm talking about. That
Yeah,
Jackson-
that was Donovan Darius I cracked back
there,
on.
he know what I'm talking about.
But
But,
see,
man,
you can't even do that anymore.
That's the shit I remember, man. This dude came across field.
Yeah.
Across
Yeah.
field, knocked this shit out of a DB, man.
Yeah.
Like, so the effort and the will to win was always with us, man. We just couldn't put it together. But it didn't stop us from going out there and trying our best, man. And like I said in the beginning of the show, man, there was never a doubt in my mind. Carl didn't come to fucking play every Sunday. So
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I appreciate
Man,
it. I do.
We
No
need to set
problem.
up a show where it's just not even us on here. We'll just
Yeah,
set it up where it's just you
Yeah.
guys.
That was my thought.
Bengals and Brews Legend Takeover.
I'm
Yes.
going to end this. I'm going to end the stream so we can talk in the background a quick second. I love you all. Appreciate you all tuning in. Who Dey.